Trying to read our DNA is like trying to understand software code, with only 90% of the code riddled with errors. It's very difficult in that case to understand and predict what that software code is going to do. The lessons of history would suggest that civilizations move in cycles. You can track that back quite far. The Babylonians, the Sumerians, followed by the Egyptians, the Romans, China. We're obviously in a very upward cycle right now, and hopefully that remains the case. But it may not. When something is important enough, you do it even if the odds are not in your favor. SpaceX has the potential of saving the US government $1 billion a year. We are opposed to creating an entrenched monopoly with no realistic means for anyone to compete. My proceeds from the PayPal acquisition were $180 million. I put $100 million in SpaceX, $70 million in Tesla, and $10 million in Solar City. I had to borrow money for rent. Over time, I think we will probably see a closer merger of biological intelligence and digital intelligence. Rockets are cool. There's no getting around that. I think it would be great to be born on Earth and die on Mars. Just hopefully not at the point of impact. If you had to buy a new plane every time you flew somewhere, it would be incredibly expensive. I'm a Silicon Valley guy. I just think people from Silicon Valley can do anything. In the case of Apple, they did originally do production internally, but then along came unbelievably good outsourced manufacturing from companies like Foxconn. We don't have that in the rocket business. There's no Foxconn in the rocket business. I think it's very important to have a feedback loop, where you're constantly thinking about what you've done and how you could be doing it better. I hate writing about personal stuff. I don't have a Facebook page. I don't use my Twitter account. I am familiar with both, but I don't use them. The value of beauty and inspiration is very much underrated, no question. But I want to be clear. I'm not trying to be anyone's savior. I'm just trying to think about the future and not be sad. There are some important differences between me and Tony Stark, like I have 5 kids. So I spend more time going to Disneyland than parties. From an evolutionary standpoint, human consciousness has not been around very long. A little light just went on after 4.5 billion years. How often does that happen? Maybe it is quite rare. I think a lot of the American people feel more than a little disappointed that the high watermark for human exploration was 1969. The dream of human space travel has almost died for a lot of people. I had so many people try to talk me out of starting a rocket company, it was crazy. I think long-term you can see Tesla establishing factories in Europe, in other parts of the US and in Asia. If you think back to the beginning of cell phones, laptops or really any new technology, it's always expensive. If we're going to have any chance of sending stuff to other star systems, we need to be laser focused on becoming a multi-planet civilization. Biofuels such as ethanol require enormous amounts of cropland and end up displacing either food crops or natural wilderness, neither of which is good. I've actually not read any books on time management. Selling an electric sports car creates an opportunity to fundamentally change the way America drives. Mars is the only place in the solar system where it's possible for life to become multiplanetarian. The path to the CEO's office should not be through the CFO's office, and it should not be through the marketing department. It needs to be through engineering and design. I think we are at the dawn of a new era in commercial space exploration. Tesla is becoming a real car company. I would like to die on Mars, just not on impact. Some people don't like change, but you need to embrace change if the alternative is disaster. I would like to fly in space. Absolutely. That would be cool. I used to just do personally risky things, but now I've got kids and responsibilities, so I can't be my own test pilot. That wouldn't be a good idea. But I definitely want to fly as soon as it's a sensible thing to do. I'm reasonably optimistic about the future, especially the future of the United States, for the century, at least. A Prius is not a true hybrid, really. The current Prius is, like, 2% electric. It's a gasoline car with slightly better mileage.